everybody. Welcome to another edition of Moron vs. Fanboy. I'm your host, Lon Lopez from MoronLife.com.
And I'm Derek McCaw from FanboyPlanet.com. We are two self-styled pop culture experts, but we're about to be broken up into six because we've become too unmanageable.
Wow, I never thought it would come to this, but
I did.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's time.
Maybe
it's time we split ourselves in a weird teleportation way or something.
And we just came together.
Right now. Over me. Anyways, welcome back to the show. We were gone last week. We're back this week because we got a lot of cool stuff to talk to you about.
Yes.
How was your weekend, Derek? Did you do anything exciting?
I went to the Ripon Almond Blossom Festival.
Oh, I love that band. The Almond Blossoms?
No,
is that a different one?
You're thinking of Greg Almond Blossom.
Oh, Greg. He's the albino,
He was married to Cher for a while.
Oh,
yes.
Right. Got
yes.
it. Okay.
No.
And I hear also you're selling Girl Scout cookies. Is that correct?
I may or may not be selling Girl Scout
talk
cookies.
to me after the show.
We're going to meet outside in the dark, and I'll open the trunk of my car.
It's kind of like that's your version of like Breaking Bad, kind of. Instead of meth, you're selling
cooking cookies.
Girl Scout cookies.
Baking cookies.
Let's cook. Anyways,
yes.
We got a lot to talk about this week.
Thank you, Berry Munch.
Berry Munch?
Go ahead.
Was that one of the flavors that you sell?
Yes.
Berry
Maybe.
Munch. Berry Munch sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Although he also sounds like a congressman or something. I don't know. But and speaking of which, we are going to get political today.
We are.
Not terribly. We won't pick a side, really.
We might.
But we're going to talk politics.
We are. We're not going to sound like morons or fanboys. We're
well,
going to actually talk about...
I'm going to sound like a moron.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to be nice to you.
Okay.
We are going to deal with the real world.
Yeah, or at least our world, our state. So
California is the real world?
It is. It's
sort of.
But it's not like the real world with Lisa Bonet. That's
a different world.
We're going to talk about that later, but also wait, what was that? It's a different world. What did I say? A real world?
The real world. The real world is
that's where people stop being
That's right.
Stop being nice and start
being
being real.
Yes.
Okay. But also later on the show, we have a special thing for you viewers out there, our loyal viewers, actually. Today we have a special prize package for those of you watching at home. We have a special commemorative, when I say commemorative, I mean plastic, Jack Daniel's cup and a Jack Daniel's T-shirt.
How many bottles did you have to drink to get that?
Oh, just the one, and I don't remember anything after that. But so here's the shirt. I believe it is a XL. So if you're not a biggie, you can use it as a jammy shirt or something.
But
right?
we here at Moron vs. Fanboy, we're biggies.
We like them big. Either way, so tune in later in the show. We're going to tell you how you can win this cool prize package, not sponsored officially by Jack Daniels.
Oh, no, not at all.
So there you have it.
Not at all.
Anyways, let's get our show started, and let's talk about our crazy cover story of this week that should get everyone having their body feel good. Now, Derek, if you noticed that the way I kicked it into the cover story.
I did.
I'm talking about milk.
Which we talk about all the time.
Oh, I know. But you have to remember that back in the day, that was their catchphrase, milk.
It
does a body good.
I remember that from my childhood.
And after a while, we all believed it, we all felt it, we all followed it, and then it was time. It was time for that. Because I guess milk sales had gone down. People were going, it's not good for my body. I'm lactose intolerant or whatever. And they needed a new slogan. They needed something.
Well, they went to Got Milk.
They initiated the era of Got Milk. I call it the Got Milk era. And they started this whole new ad campaign that took the world by storm, literally. A literal storm of milk.
It didn't, but still.
So today, though, it was announced that those milk guys, they're at it again. Mm-hmm. They're not satisfied. Milk sales must be dropping. The cows...
by 1% per year, yes.
Oh, I read
that.
2%. No, anyways.
Depends on which carton you buy.
Exactly. But it turns out that the old... they're putting to bed the Got Milk catchphrase or advertising
the campaign
slogan
that involves that milk mustache that everybody really likes.
Right, and we're showing some classic ones here. Basically, the advertising campaign was, famous celebrities or figures with a white milk mustache, showing that, promoting, milk's image and talking about, everybody drinks milk, even cool, successful people.
Like Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, Super Bowl winning champion, Hall of Famer for sure.
Yes.
I don't know if he's confirmed yet, but either way. It first appeared in 1994. Supermodel Naomi Campbell was wearing a milk mustache.
Wow.
Yeah, so, she's a big time. Naomi Campbell, right? We're still talking about her today, right?
Are we?
Are we? Anyone?
I eat her soup.
Oh, it is good food.
Yeah.
Now that one stuck. Anyways, but the new tagline they have this week that's being rolled out by, I don't know, the milk Illuminati
Dairy
or what?
Advisory Board.
Oh, okay.
National Dairy Council.
The
that's
National
what it's called.
Dairy Council. Well, their new slogan is we're gonna reveal it today. Big drum roll, please. I'll do it in post. Don't worry about it.
I was ready.
They have replaced Got Milk with, get ready for this, MoronLife. And there's
it's like MoronLife.
Kind of. Oh, we're gonna see the commercial here. Let's take a look. Now, as you can see...
Oh, my God, what's wrong with those people?
Oh, wait. Wait, is this the trailer for the new X-Men movie?
Look at all these mutant powers coming out.
Wow, she just grew a milk parachute. Oh, this one's my favorite. Oh, milked my pants! Oh, gosh.
Every time you say that.
Yeah, and then she's got milk finger, which is a really bad...
Yeah, that's awkward. But her aim is great because that went right into the glass.
But it's MoronLife. Faux life. That's what should be the sub... topic, whatever. But
MoronLife, faux life?
Yeah, they just want people to walk around and go like, MoronLife, So, I don't know, I think that's what they're going for.
It may be, but it's wrong.
But they're talking about here in the selling of the ad campaign, they basically are saying that milk is a rich source of protein, and there are 8 grams of protein in every 8-ounce serving.
Right, so every print ad that I've seen so far has I think one of those. Oh, that's not.
Is that Mary Lou Retton? Who is that?
Sort of.
Oh.
No, we're back to that. Really, it's the girl that's she's jumping into the pool.
Oh, the new one. Yeah,
the
new
one. And she's jumping into the pool, and she has milk wings, and then there's
It says right here, one ad shows a little girl jumping into a pool without any protective gear. Milk gives her the wings, parentheses, and presumably the confidence, necessary to make the jump.
But it's the copy on the ad. It says this is what 8 grams of protein looks like.
It does. Do we have that ad somewhere? Okay, we don't. It's okay.
But this is what 8 grams of protein looks like when you're swimming. And so I can imagine, maybe...
Show the commercial again, Dave. Let's see the commercial again.
Maybe Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is shooting webs. This is what 8 ounces of protein looks like when you're fighting the rhino.
It could be. The original commercial, that looks like more than 8 ounces coming out of everyone.
Well, right.
So
this is what 8 ounces of protein looks like when you're walking the dog.
And when you're a teenage boy, it's way more than 8 ounces.
No.
We've all been there, right, fellas? Okay. But
I have family.
I know. But I just think it's kind of weird that they're trying to go for that whole milk gives you wings, but it's like
that's Red Bull.
Isn't that Red Bull? Isn't that their slogan? It's kind of like Brondo. You know what I mean? Brondo has
what
stuff.
Plants crave.
It's what plants crave. Right. Yeah. Thank you. So I don't know what milk's trying to do. The original. Let's see. The guy. The advertising person. His name is Sal Taibbi, and he's the one pushing the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And so
he's just a patsy.
Yeah, maybe. He's being run by a bunch of cows at a.
We all know who really runs things. Yeah.
Exactly.
Elsie the cow.
But yeah, so I don't know. I guess it's a time for change for everything. We have the ad. There it is. Can we get the? What does it say? What grams of protein looks like? I don't know.
Yes, what 8 grams of protein looks like when your child is jumping into the deep end of the pool or something like that.
Right, and we should also note here that milk will not teach you how to swim.
No.
So do not drink a glass of milk and jump in a pool, children.
Honestly, milk might tell you it will.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're hearing that, you should probably see a doctor.
Yeah, if you drink so much milk that you're hearing milk voices, then you really should get out of the milk life because it's dangerous, okay? But even we're just gonna walk around. Like, every time you drink a little glass of milk, Milk Life.
Tonight before I go to bed,
Milk Life.
I'll text you.
All right, playa.
Milk Life.
Also, though, what about the people that are like
lactose
intolerant and they get the the runs or the gas?
No, that's true.
And then you look at them and they're like, "What's the matter, buddy?" Milk Life.
No, that's true. Actually, my son is lactose intolerant.
Yeah, see, so he can't have a Milk Life.
No, we just give him a little pill.
Oh. Well, then, with fine. Drugs, he can have a Milk Life, too.
That's right.
Oh, well, Milk Life's for everyone, people. Enjoy your Milk Life.
I hate you.
All right. Anyways, we're going to miss Got Milk. It was a great franchise. It was a great advertising thing. But you know what? It's time for a new life.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for Milk Life.
Why?
Anyways, we're going to miss it. I think it was iconic. But I think I'm ready. I'm ready for the next chapter. And I want to see more milk coming out of people's shorts. So bring it on. Bring it on, Milk Council. I am ready. I am ready for change.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
All
anyway,
right.
Go ahead.
Speaking of change, this week, and we're going to go there in a second, but this week, some big changes were proposed for the state of California. And we're going to talk about it in this week's Versus section. So this week it was announced last week by we haven't really figured out who he is. I'll let you do the story.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You want me to just let me do the story?
Well, I was going to kind of tease you. I was going to tease you in.
You are teasing me right now.
All right. You know what? I'm sorry. It's too much Milk Life.
I know. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This week for the Versus segment, I'm going to point out that once again, and this happens time and time again, that politics can be much, much stupider than us sitting here at Moron versus
Exactly,
Fanboy.
And I'm the moron.
I know.
And I didn't come up with this idea.
This is making you look like a high school graduate.
I know, right?
So,
wait a second.
Venture capitalist Tim Draper, who could be related to fictional character Don Draper.
Oh, there's Tim right there.
Yeah.
Riding a rhino.
Riding an endangered species.
Yeah, that's what he's like. This is a good photo op.
Now, I don't know.
Wait, can we go back to that picture? Oh, we're bugging. Okay, let's go.
I don't know what...
Is that a Star Destroyer on the shelf in the background? What is that?
Oh, my God, it is. He's part of the Empire.
Is it really? Is that Star Wars?
I think it is. He's one of... It is. He's one of us, and he's not.
Wait I just caught that right now.
I was going to say, it does not... Nowhere in any article that I've read is his political...
So wait, he's Darth Draper.
Darth Draper.
Oh my God!
His political affiliation is never listed, but I think we know.
We know now.
Okay, he is the venture capitalist who has decided that we need to split California. Now I know that
split it in half.
No, I know that dozens of you are probably watching from states other than California.
So you're like, who gives a crap?
Some of you might even be watching in a state of consciousness. If
Barely.
you are,
or a state of Milk Life.
We're going to split California into. It's a proposal to split California into 6 states.
Wait, 6 states?
So we're going to go up to Northern California.
Oh yeah, let's get the map. Can we get the map here?
Let's bring this map up. Now, there's this proposed state of Jefferson that is north of Redding, California, which is basically a lot of forest land and plains and, quite honestly, truck stops on the way up to Oregon. Mm-hmm. Now, this has been since the beginning of the 20th century. People up there have been trying to get the dadgum government out of their business.
Right, okay.
And they've been proposing Jefferson. So this is about a 114-year-old demand to create
Jefferson,
that area.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. That idea.
So then there would be Jefferson. There'd be North California would be the Sacramento area, where it's hot, humid, and there's a lot of concrete.
So it's going to be kind of like North Carolina, turn it to North California.
Then there would be Silicon Valley, which is San Francisco and San Jose. And I'm going to be honest here, Silicon Valley, where we would be if this were to go through, would be the best part of the state, really, because I think it would include wine country. It would include all the computer industry.
Coast,
and it would have San Francisco, and
it
would take us down to Santa Cruz if we wanted to go to the boardwalk. And then there would be Central California, which would include Bakersfield, Fresno, and Stockton, which is an agricultural hub, and I don't mean to dismiss it because I would have family there, and I would hate to be divided by state lines. But it is also a place of, it's largely rural. It's agricultural. And then there would be West California, which would be Los Angeles and Santa Barbara.
Which we really like. I mean, yeah, it's West Coast, but
I would consider that the second best state.
Oh, okay.
But
we also, as Californians, consider that Southern California.
Right.
So,
and then South California would be San Diego and Orange counties. Now, I don't know if we're really versusing, if we can say that as a verb, verbifying this to be versusing tonight, because I think
I guess the question is, should California be split into 6 states?
And I say firmly no, because what I notice here is this venture capitalist who lives in the heart of what would be Silicon Valley, as I noted, has carved out that he would be in the best place. His defense, that with his 6 California's proposal, Draper, according to
Darth Draper,
is saying, according to this article from USA Today that you pulled for me today,
yes,
points to a need to address the state's troubled public schools and outdated and overmatched infrastructure systems.
And wasn't there a line in there too that said something like it was so big it was hard to govern?
Oh, it's with the current structure, California is quote unquote ungovernable.
Ungovernable.
It's not the structure; it's idiots like you that are ungovernable.
Snap.
Tim Draper, who has carved the Silicon Valley for himself, which has the best infrastructure and the best public schools out of the state.
All I know is
he gets to sit pretty and stay inside. I'm sounding like a bleeding heart liberal, but in this case, I am. It's a big state, yes.
But what are the benefits? He says it's to govern, but what does 6 Californias do for America?
It adds 5 stars to the flag.
Okay, and does it also split up?
So if you are in the star sewing industry, this is a boon.
Jobs. We're creating jobs.
Oh, I didn't look at it from this point of view.
We're creating jobs.
Good
Draper, job, Draper.
You are a job creator.
He is a job creator. He
is.
But also, though, doesn't it split up California's electoral votes?
It's definitely it's again that, because what happens in Silicon Valley, which tends to be ironically somewhat democratic, gets a small thing, but Jefferson is definitely very conservative. And this is the thing, is like I mock because I care. This is an area of the state that on its own really doesn't have much of an output.
But do we really want to cross state lines when we have to visit our grandmothers in Fresno or Stockton or Tracy or relatives?
Exactly my point. Is my family has land in what would now be Central California. I don't want it to be in another state.
Dave, can you Google Draper's annual income? See if we can get get us on that.
And and I don't want to. It's already weird enough going to cross state lines to the best Shakespeare festival on the West Coast, and that's definitely where I.
So here's my issue with this whole thing,
and I don't want Los Angeles to be another state, because the thing is, Los Angeles would have then on its own no water of its own.
That's true,
and the same thing with South California, San Diego.
But it'd be easier to close the borders. So I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, then Los Angeles would come grinding to a screeching halt.
That's true. And then what would happen to the porn industry? Shut down completely.
See, I don't think about those things, but still.
Well, see, that's why we have to work together. I think of the things you don't. So,
yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm assuming, I don't have the numbers yet, but I'm assuming that Darth Draper is he's wealthy. I'm guessing he's wealthy because he has to put up a lot of money.
He's a founding partner in Draper Fisher Jurvetson, which has cashed in on some well-known startups, including Skype, thing called Skype.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be rich.
Yeah, and Baidu, which is China's largest search engine company. So really, are you a patriot, sir?
I don't know, but here's the thing that I wonder, okay? Because we all think,
I'm just asking.
We all think about winning the lottery and what would I do with all this money? And the first thing,
all $5 that I've ever won in the lottery.
Sure, but I'm just saying, it's weird that the ideas that rich people come up with, because we as average working middle class people, whatever, we think, if I had money, I'd buy me a house, or I'd get a swimming pool, or do something else. You don't think...
The rich person says, I'm going to divide the state into 6.
So it's kind of one of those where
he's a Bond villain.
Kind of.
It's and then there's just one little area, Otisburg.
Well, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Jefferson is loaded with gold. No, I don't know.
It's loaded with something.
With MoronLife.
I don't want to say.
But anyways, I just
I don't want us to get sued before we have made a penny.
I just find it really interesting what rich people want to just blow their money on. You know what I mean? Because it's I would blow it on like ridiculous stuff. Like I'd want to eat an endangered species, or
I think he did. Can we go back to that rhino?
Oh well, yeah. You're right. He did probably eat it and then bronze it. But I mean, I guess you must have, to think he has that much money and that much time to just go, hey, I got a great idea.
Well, and I think he talks like that, too.
And
he's from the Silicon Valley.
He's a Southern boy.
I got a great idea. What I think he's going to do, I mean, what bothers me is you put this on the ballot, that means that if he's saying that our infrastructure is already stretched, you're going to spend money, or you're going to have the state spend money on a ballot measure which was only going to stretch the infrastructure even further.
Yeah.
It's like...
And it's going to cost so much money to do this.
With pointless politics that is... Okay, you want to have a conversation about, I'll agree. I'll sit down at a table and I will say, we got some problems with our state constitution. We know this, that needs to be reframed. I've actually thought a lot about this. And you can have a conversation about that. And we obviously are facing a water shortage. We're facing a drought.
Okay,
We're facing all kinds of crises. But we don't need to put this to a vote to split to 6. We need to talk about how to solve the problem.
But see, that's the thing. That's the rub. It's not the problem. Because think of it this way. If you really wanted to help the country or the state, if you have the funds to push this through and to keep it going for multiple drafts and everything else, just give that money to
Second Harvest Food
or
Bank.
States or whatever that you can actually put that money to good work.
Help people.
Right. So it's not. It's kind of like it made me
help people.
Was it 4 years ago? Meg Whitman ran for governor or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
She dropped like $100 and something million on the campaign.
Well, that did go into the
to
economy.
help California. Did it? Okay.
Well, I mean, the money went somewhere.
Right. So, she probably bought everything in China. I don't know.
But you're right. I mean, if you have $100 million to drop on your ego,
and to say you're helping, you want to help the people of California,
feed people like Sam Simon, one of the creators of The Simpsons, who is dying, unfortunately.
Oh, right.
And he is determined. He is making hundreds of millions off of running
merchandise. Simpsons, yeah,
absolutely. Because even though he left like into year 3, he still is credited with everything. He gets all the residuals. He is determined to give away all of his money to the poor. Before he dies. Now,
notice he doesn't want to split The Simpsons into 6 different families.
No, he does not.
Okay, so
he
wants to help people.
He's opened food banks. He's giving money to Greenpeace. He's giving money to PETA, to causes that he believes in, and like I said, he's gonna give it all away before he dies. He has no heirs.
So that's what. So that's the issue for me is it's not about helping California.
It's about ego. I'll tell you what.
It's not even about ego. I believe it's about power.
It's
about the shift of power to where it can be more governable.
In Silicon Valley, you betcha. We're already the center of the universe as far as the country is concerned.
Yeah. So anyways, I, as a California native, born and bred, love my state, do not.
And I do too.
Do not want to push to have it split into 6
I want
states.
to be a native Californian, not a native Silicon Valley. I wouldn't be a native Silicon Valley.
Yeah, how do you say, like, hey, where are you from? I'm from San Jose, Silicon Valley.
I would be from Manteca, Central California.
Right. That's ridiculous.
But I live in San Jose, Silicon Valley.
Yeah, why couldn't, like, Silicon Valley is the only one that doesn't have California in the name.
Yeah.
Do you have a number on that?
Yeah, he's listed as number 23 on the Forbes Midas Touch list.
Midas Touch list. That's kind of like when you see
Oh, I get it. He has to do this because if he has the Midas Touch, just wanking would cause him to turn to gold.
No, but the Midas Touch list... The Midas Touch list is kind of like when
he has to wank all of us. Okay.
When you look at the menu and they don't list the price, that's kind of what the Midas Touch.
I'm not going to pay a lot for this muffler. I'm not.
That's a different Midas.
Oh,
list.
it's Meineke.
But good.
Okay,
I like how you brought that back. Either way, So California. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, Skype and
Baidu.
What he's touching.
Berkeley Data Systems, Divix. Oh, Divix was another a-hole concept.
Wow. We are losing sponsors left and right here.
We don't have any sponsors.
Oh, that's true. But either way...
This is why we can't be sponsored by Jack Daniels. Imagine what I'd be like if I actually drank.
Speaking of Jack Daniels...
Okay, here's our contest.
It's time to give away this Jack Daniels prize package. Notice, there's no Jack Daniels included because we can't give away alcohol. So this can be for, all age? No, we can't give it to all ages. It's got to be 18 and over.
Got to be 18.
No, 21 and over.
21 and over.
21 and over.
21 and over.
Maybe. We have no way to verify that.
21 and over.
It's a T-shirt.
We'll take your word for it. It's just a T-shirt.
It's just a T-shirt. Anyway, so Derek, what do they have to do to get this.
We're in a very small office in what would be San Jose, Silicon Valley.
Santa Clara, technically.
Santa Clara. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know where I am.
Yeah.
Santa Clara, Silicon Valley. If we were to be divided into the 7th state, what would you call the state that is Rudy, Dave, Lon, and Derek?
Moron versus Fanboy.
Besides desperate.
So send us a tweet. Actually, since I'm judging, send a tweet to @MoronLife and tell us what you think, and we will select a random tweet that comes in. Most likely it'll be yours if you're the only one. And you
I just might enter.
And you will get this fabulous Jack Daniels.
You will retweet to me, right?
Prize
so I
pack.
know.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But we
yeah.
got one. We're gonna talk like Mr. Draper. We got us a tweet.
He decided to call us the state of idiots.
Woohoo!
But anyway,
Mama,
that'd be funny
one.
if Draper
and I
actually
have to explain to my mother what a tweet is.
So yeah, send your tweets to @MoronLife, and we will pick one at random, and you will win the fabulous Jack Daniels prize package. Anyways, let's go ahead. We're gonna wrap this up real fast. Let's send it to and find out who is our Geek of the Week. Last week, our Geek of the Week had a fantastic week because he debuted his long-awaited new trailer for the, what we call it, the much desired...
The much anticipated.
Thank you, that was the word I was looking for. Summer blockbuster, Marvel's new franchise they're hoping to launch, Guardians of the Galaxy. So that would mean our Geek of the Week this week is director James Gunn.
Yes.
Now, I'm a fan of James Gunn. He was the screenwriter of the remake of The Dawn of the Dead that Zack Snyder directed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's also directed...
I believe at this point, I should say, he's a record holder for being the only screenwriter to have 2 back-to-back #1 movies in 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, is it Scooby-Doo? Is the other one?
Yeah, he had Dawn of the Dead and Scooby-Doo.
Okay, so he's a prolific screenwriter, but he's also a quirky, fun director. He directed Slither, not a favorite of mine, but a really good movie I like, Super.
I love Super.
With Rainn Wilson. That was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
And then he also did, the Specials?
He wrote The Specials. It was directed by Craig Mazin.
Okay, so do we have some Guardians footage? We're going to take a look at the trailer. I guess we can talk over it. I don't really think we need to hear it too much. You can check this out online.
For people that don't know, because I don't know how much we really talked about it here, Guardians of the Galaxy is kind of an obscure Marvel property until about 4 or 5 years ago, when a crossover in Marvel Comics kind of created this new team using the name Guardians of the Galaxy.
And that's Chris Pratt from NBC's Parks and Rec. Now, he's kind of known as like a buffoon on the show, but he had some recent...
And there's definitely comedic stuff here.
Sure,
yeah.
and he had a recent turn, I think, in like Zero Dark 30,
yeah.
And there was another film, I thought, where people were like, hey, this guy's got leading man potential. So they signed him up to kind of give him, a little human side.
He's Emmett in the Lego movie.
That's true, in the Lego movie. Already here, there's wrestler Dave Bautista playing Drax the Destroyer. There's it's not C. Thomas Howell. What's his name?
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly. I knew there was a C in his name. That's
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. That's
Bradley Cooper.
No, I think his name's Whiskas. I think
that's
Bradley Cooper's doing the voice
of Rocket.
but the motion capture was done by Whiskas the raccoon.
No, it was actually
out of the San Diego Zoo.
It was actually done by Sean Gunn, who is James's brother.
He's a raccoon?
Yes, he is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there's so basically it's kind of they're showing them as these like galactic outlaws that they're kind of bad boys and girls and coons and
they gather together to protect us, and they're up against some different villains that are on kind of the cosmic level at Marvel. So it's quirky, and they wanted James Gunn,
and it blew up this week. And basically, everybody on Facebook was posting it around, was showing it off.
Yeah.
And everyone was talking about it. It was trending on Twitter. Mm-hmm. It was on all the sites. So congratulations, James Gunn. You are our Geek of the Week for having the most talked about film last week. Everybody can't wait till, was it August 1st?
August 1st.
August 1st, 2014. We can't wait to see your movie. Anyways, that's about all the time we have this week for Moron vs. Fanboy. I'm Lon Lopez from MoronLife.com.
And I'm Derek McCaw from FanboyPlanet.com.
Twitter at
FanboyPlanet.
Rudy fixed it at MoronLife for us. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week.
We'll get there.
Send us that tweet for the Jack Daniels stuff. See you next time. Bye.